Hello, and everybody, and welcome back to GSA's Super Mario 64 16-Star League. Today, we have newcomer to the Super Mario 64 scene versus Western Digital sponsored Biinny. Biinny, more of a veteran of the game. He's been around for a long time, has a little bit more experience under his wing, and he's been going ham on practice. So we'll see if the more experienced runner or perhaps might be a little bit more practiced in this category, takes this one. And I'm joined by my partner in crime, Simp. What's going on? How's New Zealand?
Hello. It's good. The internet actually just went out, so if I happen to disconnect, I will be back shortly. But I'm excited to see what I can. Biinny and Anti both great players. Biinny obviously much more of a veteran, but Anti, there's something to be said about the newcomers, and they have a lot of energy. They learn very fast, spend a lot of time grinding, and you can't count them out. I mean, I could see this match going either way. 16-star, quite volatile. So I'm pretty pumped. What about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen in this race. Just for a little bit of information for the peeps, Biinny's PB, according to speedrun.com, 1538 as of 1 year ago, and we got Anti with the 1553 as of 1 month ago. So, the difference in how recently they PB'd shows perhaps Anti is a little bit more practiced than 16-star right now, but Biinny with the nicer time. So we'll see. Maybe it might take more effort for Biinny to unlock his 16-star potential than Anti right now, but if he does, that'll mean that he has probably a speed advantage.
For sure. Both runners getting ready out here. It really, at the end of the day, it just comes down to, I mean, honestly, there's a lot with 16-star, but starting on the right foot, very important, and LBLJ, I'm sure, is on deck for both of these players. Can be very, very spicy, very scary.
It looks like Biinny's opting for English version, which is actually slightly slower for 16-star. It might be that he's so used to 70-star lately that he'd just rather have the English text boxes that he's more used to right now. And I believe we're probably going to see Japanese come out for Anti. Yep, there we go. So we're going to see him, kind of pass Biinny a little bit here in the intro, but it pretty much evens out over the course. But 16-star, just a little bit faster on Japanese.
Yeah, not a huge deal, and probably just has to do with Biinny. Been doing a lot of 70-star and used to the text boxes there. If you're not used to the time, then it will mess you up. You'll probably end up losing time, even if you want to save the time from the version. So I can understand where Biinny's coming from. But here we are, popping out of the pipe, getting the sync all set up. Shout outs to our legendary restreamer, bringing it home today. Here comes Like to Skip.
Anti with a great start. Looks like Biinny's off to the same footing as well, but we have the lobby backwards long jump coming up here. It's a big time save for 16-star. It allows you to, get your early stars in the basement, but pretty risky as well.
Yeah, and Anti is in the back. It's looking good, and Biinny as well. It looks like it's going to be a very clean game one from both players.
Not the best start from Biinny. He lost probably 6 or 7 seconds there, dropping the BLJ before he made it all the way to the load zone.
Yeah, that was a little rough. Definitely better than, dropping it completely and having to redo it. But still, yeah, anything in 16-star can be very big. It's just such a short category. Anti looking great. The Shigeru cycle. Biinny as well, making moves happen. Doing what they got to do.
Oh, Anti, that's a full cycle late.
Oh, that's a bug. He's gone.
He just couldn't get the speed that he wanted when he was trying to leave that platform there. I saw it. It was pretty hard to build it up.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, once that sort of thing happens at 16-star, it is a very, very uphill battle. It's not even a hill. It's like a wall. You just got to turn into Spider-Man and get your web slinging your web out.
I mean, he kind of looks like Spider-Man, so maybe Anti can pull it off. But Biinny's lead right now, roughly 50 seconds. That's a pretty big lead for a category this short. Anti also struggling to make Shigeru cycle yet again.
Yeah, Biinny looking very cozy and comfortable, especially after something like that. Doesn't need to worry too much, you know, doesn't need to flex too hard with the strats. Could keep it a little bit toned down. But we've seen bigger things in 16 star for sure. There's been a lot of sloppy matches. You know, it's definitely, like I said earlier, there's so much hard things to do in such a short amount of time that you're pretty much bound to hit a couple bumps in the road, a couple potholes. But the road is looking pretty paved for Biinny. Fresh asphalt laid down as he gets his Owlus out of the way. Looking very nice. And Anti getting his key. Doing the things they got to do. We do see some brew coming out in chat. A golden the devout Biinny supporters showing up to cup for our mate.
Biinny opting to not do texture setup here, a little bit slower, but I mean, he's so far in the lead that these small things probably won't decide the race.
Yeah, it's going to need to be something big. We'll probably, not only something big, but maybe two big things. Like, it'd be like one huge thing or two big mistakes, and Anti is back, which is a lot to ask for in 16 star, but it's not out of the question. You got BLJs, Fire Sea, Lava Boost, Pillarless. It's a lot of sauce. Okay, Anti busting out a ground pound as he goes up the slope. Probably the last place you want to be ground pounding and losing all that momentum as
Also no
Biinny
texture
moves along.
Looking like about par for the course here. Anti actually probably losing a little bit of time over Biinny and Womps.
Yeah, but we'll see how things go down here in the basement. It does tend to get a little bit more sweaty. Biinny with a very generous speed kick through the halls, and we are in shifting sand land. Anti having some problems on the tree. It's all
Let's
good.
see what Biinny's got. Pillarless coming up here. Hard trick doing the Biinny list there. Throws the bomb, runs towards it. Pretty unique way to do it. You don't really see that happen ever, except with Biinny.
Yeah, Biinny definitely in his own lane there with Pillarless, and it seems to work. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I've seen Biinny drop a Pillarless.
He's so consistent at it.
In a very long time, and once again, they're very consistent. Not out of this world, you know. We're not talking about Tomopless or anything like that, but it's still consistency is key. And Biinny has got the key. They call him the Master Locksmith, unlocking all the doors here as he pops onto the fly and also popping the bird.
It's a pretty good strategy, especially with a multi-game set as well. You know, I think Biinny is hoping that Anti screws up more than he does. That's medium bomb. Anti is gonna go with it. All right, well, we'll see if this risk pays off. This can be pretty tough. Oh, that'll work.
No problem.
But he's got to make it up the slope. Okay, that's good. Very skillful.
Yeah, we see a lot of players, once they get the medium bomb, tend to throw it away. They don't want to deal with it, and it's understandable. It's actually, I mean, you lose 4 seconds by throwing a bomb and then retrying Pillarless, or you'd lose 4 seconds by just doing medium bomb Pillarless. So if you just do it, then you don't have to worry about, oh, maybe I'll get medium bomb again. You could lose 4 more seconds. So it's not too shabby. But Biinny with some nice reds. Anti taking out the bird. Both doing their thing. Nothing notably happening in the mistake department. Keeping it clean on aisle 5. Let's start. What stage is this? 8? Oh, 7.
7.
Aisle 7. It's
so
clean.
One thing to note actually about Biinny is he's actually just saving and continuing on every single star, so there's no risk of save and quit, but that time does compound. So we could see Biinny even have a race close enough so that might have made the difference. We'll never know though until it happens.
Now, Biinny staying true to the save and continues. Doesn't want to risk it. Anti in a weird position with this bull. Can't get him off. Okay. King of the Hill. Does get it.
Side hop. Pretty fluid movement. With a lot of people who are inexperienced with the red hot log rolling without wing cap, they'll like stop in place and then do the triple jump. But Biinny like tried to make the movement flow and didn't stop, which saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Very clean, very comfortable. He's been doing it for years. It's in his bones, down to his very core. The man lives, breathes, sleeps Mario. And of course, going for elevator star in the volcano, you can go for lava boost if you are looking for a juicy, what does it save? An extra second if you go for the fastest strat?
On lava boost?
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more than a second. I'm not sure. I think there's also a newer, faster ending that you can do as well for the lava boost, so I think it makes it even better.
But very risky. Oh, anti.
Very big jump.
Yeah, almost fly into the heavens there. But coming back down to earth. God was not ready yet. The Grim Reaper giving his life back to get some more stars. And Biinny is just a well-oiled machine. The cogs are cranking. The gears are turning. And this man's, he's just no thought. Just Mario.
Yeah, this is just everyday Mario for Biinny. It looks like he's not dropping anything, really. It's just... Biinny's just playing his game right now.
He's definitely playing his game. I would say that this is his game. He does also do a little bit of dabbling in Splatoon, but most notably, Mario 64, man. Makes a red hat guy move quick. Wow, playing a little bit dangerous of a game there with the boulders.
Yeah, he was coasting on the middle of the lane there.
Yeah, definitely playing with fate, but fate is on his side. Lady Luck smiling down on Biinny and his beautiful muscles as he continues to push through in game one. And man, he's making it look so good. The pace is pretty spicy right now.
Nice triple box from Biinny. Gonna be closing out HMC here. And nice low star grab too. So let's see what Biinny's got here. It's English, so Mips is a little bit slower. Just gonna be doing a nice, easy dive grab. No punch. Nothing too fancy, but not gonna screw it up either, so.
Okay. Taking his time to line up the shot. And goal. Mips in one, but can he get Mips 2 in 1?
Very nice glitchy wall kick through the door. Cheeky little speed kick too.
Keeping his foot on Anti's neck. Not letting him keeping him held in his position. Not even giving him a taste.
That actually feels pretty bad, dude. Foot on your neck? Ugh.
Yeah.
I feel bad just thinking about that.
It could explain, Anti falling apart in Dark World. Biinny might have been already standing on his neck. He is a very strong man, and if you saw him in person, you'd probably be a little scared. And okay, but
sub not going too well. I was thinking, Biinny going for the nice, easy-going back sub, but didn't look that easy going this time.
Yeah, back sub, it's sort of deceptive, right? You see a lot of people do it without any problems, and in theory, it should be pretty easy, but if you're not paying attention, you lose focus for 1 second, you can overjump, because the way Mario jumps out of the water can be a little fidgety. But here we are in Fire Sea.
Yeah, let's see if he goes for pole glitch. I wonder. It looks like he's setting it up right now. Oh, not quite. Oh, and a jump dive is not going to help him make the cycle.
Oh no! Oh, punch set up.
So we're mad chilling, just waiting for the elevator cycle right now.
Yeah, this is some good news for Anti. It won't be enough to get him in the lead necessarily, but it's a start. Biinny with some nice side flips.
Yeah, that was fun looking. Anti with a much nicer back sub execution than Biinny.
Yeah, saving a lot of time over Biinny here in this DDD Fire C segment. If he can get himself a good Fire C going, it might be possible. It could be possible if BLJ's don't go Biinny's way.
Sky, you know, we've seen it all. So it's like a non-pole glitch attempt for Anti. He just wants the early cycle. Won't be getting the best ending, but early cycle gets a lot easier if you just don't even worry about the pole glitch.
Yeah, definitely. Pole glitch, it does have consistency to it, but it is much harder than what we're seeing from Anti. And making the cycle no problem. Coming in to toss this Bowser around for a second key. And Big Ben is ascending up to the top to do some yahoos.
I swear to God, I don't hear Yahoo, dude. I hear Dahoo. I can't hear the Y. I feel like the soundbite is just too low quality or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Dahoo.
Yeah, Dahoo instead of Yahoo.
I don't know if I'm buying it. Chat, weigh in on this. Is co-commentator going insane?
Give me your honest opinion. Just listen to him.
Might be off a couple of mollies.
Ooh,
and
that'll make
Biinny
it.
Definitely has enough speed. Just has to hold it here. A couple air BLJs, but nothing too crazy. Maybe.
Yeah.
Hold on. Maybe not holding the right angle and having to restart it. That is pretty huge. Anti now has the key.
Yeah, and also you need a little bit more speed to clip in the corner rather than at the door too. This is not good.
Man.
The angle is not great for Biinny. Gonna have to restart it. Oh no. Nope.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's getting caught, but he can't. He just can't follow through right now.
He's getting the trial version, but he does not have enough pesos to pay for the full version. And Anti, Mr. Moneybags, boom, he's got it. And now in the lead over Biinny after dying in Dark World. You can't make this up. Biinny now getting his BLJ, and they're both up to bat. Round two, but Anti dancing around, showing off some gymnastics.
Oh no, this angle is pretty sketchy.
Oh, no.
He's gonna have to stop the BLJ and then hold. Oh, okay. Paid off. So we have Anti with the lead here in bits. It's a pretty hard stage. We have Bowser throws as well, but this lead is probably around 15 seconds. So he'd have to miss more than one throw or something equivalent to that.
Yeah, he definitely has a little bit of wiggle room. Cannot drop this opportunity. I can't believe it. Biinny keeping it together, but BLJs are relentless. Right side moving for Anti.
Oh,
not landing it. Well, getting back on the block.
Not quite. Left side moving back up. Interesting.
And nothing there.
Oh no. Left side non-moving. He's struggling to get it going. Oh no, he's falling down. Biinny, is this his chance? Moving left. He's not up either. I've never seen the triple jump wall kick give both players so much trouble in the same race. Oh no, Biinny has the lead. It's at least one throw at this point in his favor. Right side again for Anti. No. This is not good, man. Biinny is already in the pipe. His lead has now skyrocketed to around half a minute. Biinny with the throws. There's one. Okay. A little struggle re-grabbing Bowser. Could spell trouble. I think that hits. Yeah. One more for Biinny. That looks good. All right, and Biinny bringing it back here. Right after losing all that time to BLJC, he's going to be taking game one back from Anti. Anti about to finish up Bowser, just 2 more throws to go, and then we'll get started on game 2 ASAP, fam. Anti a little bit of trouble here with Bowser, but that'll do it. All right, let's see if both players can maybe make some edits to their game. You know, clean up the play a little bit. Biinny, he kind of just got BLJ trolled, honestly, but his Fire Seed could have also used a little bit of work. Same with the Substar. I think Anti's beginning is really just what hurt him here. So if he can, nail a good Dark World and maybe a good Sky, we could see a nice one game all going into game 3.
I can't believe it. I had to look away, but what the heck happened? How many throws did Anti miss?
He didn't. He just couldn't get the triple jump wall kick.
Well, I guess that's just how it goes. I mean, Biinny, he had it going for the most part, and then just a simple slip up with the BLJs. But man, we'll see if that's jumbled him up at all. Can he bounce back? Anti seems like the type of guy who it doesn't hit him too hard. It just rolls off the back.
Yeah, we'll see what he's got. I mean, he certainly has more experience running 16 star recently, so he might feel a little bit more comfortable running it back.
And the countdown is coming. Yeah, I had that win in his grasp. I mean, falling in Dark World, it's such a big mistake. Honestly, both of them were playing very well for most of that run. I imagine it would have been about tied if it wasn't for the death in Dark World. So hopefully we'll get something a little tighter here at the beginning. But man, that was nuts. And we've got some people laughing in the background, having a good time.
There's company over for sure.
Definitely, perhaps having some sort of get together.
Something
perhaps
like that.
conversating.
Yep.
Interactions are occurring.
Gotta turn the sensitivity down. Get the mic really close to my face. That's all I can really do.
It's all good. We like to have a little bit of company out here in the booth. It's always nice to get some exposure. So out of the pipe again, we saw great skips and pretty good LBLJs for both players. Biinny's was a little sloppy, but we'll see if they can do it 2 times in a row. Just doing it one, nothing crazy. But if you can continue, keep it going. That's what's really
I'm more worried about Anti's Dark World because even in his second attempt of Dark World, it wasn't quite what he was looking for. So hopefully, third time's a charm, but door open is not what he's gonna want here.
Oh, but they're both opening.
That's ripped, dude.
Sides. Biinny coming out as Anti comes back in. He's got that Japanese version lead. They're basically on the same page. Nothing new. All right, Anti's in the back. First long jump. It's good from Anti and Biinny.
Okay.
Oh no!
He tried to save it after he entered the upstairs door.
Oh man, and he is completely flustered, absolutely discombobulated, not even able to open the door to go back down. Biinny. Get it together. Here we go. Back again. And there we go. Third time is the charm.
But Anti's lead. It's over 20 seconds to be sure.
Yeah, it's
not
too bad. Okay, shocking from Anti, but not really shocking.
It's another Jig Cycle miss for Anti. Jig Cycle in like a half, basically.
Pretty much. That's gonna help out Biinny quite a bit. I mean, yes, Anti has a nice little girthy, but one mistake. Not even a huge mistake or big mistake. And Biinny's right back at it. A nice start, a little messy, but it appears they've gotten their cleaning materials out. They're scrubbing away. Got the sponge, got the soap, wiping it up, chewing some gum.
You know what I heard from Cheese is like he can't play Super Mario 64 while chewing gum, which seems like pretty funny to me.
I don't think I could either.
Really?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but there's gonna be a moment where you realize
You're not
you're
gonna be
chewing gum.
chewing the gum. Yeah.
You know how sometimes like you'll just be chilling and then you realize that you're breathing, and then you just can't stop
No.
thinking about your breathing.
Not really. Not with
Really?
breathing, but if I were chewing gum, yeah. And then you just want to spit out the gum once you realize that you're chewing it.
Well, no, I mean just in general. Like you might just be sitting there, you're not playing a game necessarily, but you're just all of a sudden you're like, wait, I'm breathing. And then you can't like regularly breathe for a little bit. You're just like doing it by
I
thinking
guess
about
so,
it.
but that's a pretty rare occurrence, I think.
Yeah, it's happened to me less over the years. It definitely, as I was getting my land legs, I was growing up as a young boy, getting used to my respiratory capabilities.
Okay, nice
okay.
wall kick though to save it.
Ooh, this is a little uncomfortable. Everybody very uncomfortable in the room. Could be the humidity.
There goes
the
a
hail.
bunch of his lead though. Biinny's right on his tail. It's no, but was that a first frame wall kick?
That's what it looked like. And oh man, Biinny getting caught on the ground too, getting back up, dusting himself off. But this angle,
that'll work.
Okay.
Biinny doing the classic kick into the star, very consistent ending, though not quite as speedy as a little ground pound that you can do. Oh, Anti not able to get his triple jump going here. Seeing a lot of struggles and womps. It is a hard stage. Not a good look here. Still have Anti. I was about to say we still have Anti with a slight lead, but pretty much completely deteriorated now.
He does still have a lead, but yes, a slight lead to stay the least. And now we've got a race, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I like to see in 16 star. I mean, any race, obviously you want it to be neck and neck, but it's a shame when you see the races come out where there's just a huge lead right off the bat and you're just kind of like, eh. But right now you can see both players neck and neck, Anti holding down the fort in Wild Blue, but Biinny definitely catching up a little bit of time there, flexing his knowledge of the game. Optimizations. This is cool to see because you're really seeing who's got it down. You know, everybody can do a star and get an okay time, but can you get a crazy good, crazy fast, dustless, taking the perfect lines and corners?
It's all about doing it in a row too, like getting one good star after a million attempts and a bunch of practice is one thing, but doing it all together and putting a good run together is it's completely different. And we see the time lapse from the Biinny special there with his bomb grab over Anti, helping his lead right there, a little bit of padding. And Biinny also does the long jump ending as opposed to Anti's double jump dive. That's a little bit more classic, I guess, the double jump dive. People really only started breaking it out more recently.
Yeah, double jump dive, definitely very clean. Anti, a little, okay. Oh, for shooting
overshot. That gives Biinny a solid lead.
Yeah, where are we going, Anti?
Going to the bird on the other side. Lead's probably around 10 seconds now. That kick, though, snipe.
Okay, and the Talon glitching into the pillar. Gonna go ahead and defy physics there for a second, no problem. And Biinny, once again, sitting on his throne. He's got the grapes being fed to him. And he's chilling. Oh, come on. Anti, unable to get the triple jump going, just looking. Okay, the bonk into the star. We'll give him a couple style points for that one. That's fine.
One thing I just thought about was Mario's balance is probably like super good because I just thought about it. Like Mario is moving at really high speeds, but he never like trips up. He's able to jump and carry the speed. Like just picture yourself like getting out of a car while it's moving and then like jumping. I don't know how many humans could do that.
Wait, what were you talking about? Okay, hold on. Anti is burning his hiney to bits. I can't believe his butt is still intact. Like, you think some of it would melt off? Maybe we'd get some cheek action going on from the back? Nothing. Indestructible pan.
Yeah, these pants are made really well. Pretty pro tailor.
Yeah, I can't imagine they'd be very comfortable though. But considering the moves Mario's able to make, it can't be that bad. So
maybe that's what all the bulk is in his bottom. Like maybe he's actually jacked as heck, but like the little bit of cushion you see on his butt is meant for like insulation.
Are you insinuating that Mario's not actually thick?
He might be jacked and not thick.
I think if you're jacked, you're probably thick though. I feel like they go hand in hand.
Really? No, there's ripped and then there's like beef. I think that those are different. Like, aren't they?
I mean, some people might have a more plump bottom than others, but if you're ripped, presumably you're probably doing some leg workouts, getting those glutes worked out a little bit more tone. Anti up and over the fence, looking like a child jumping over a chain link fence trying to get by society's guard. Commentators, you know, deep in thought about Mario's cheeks, whether or not they're real. And it's a good point. It really is worth pondering on. But Biinny moving along to Hazy Maze Cave once again. Anti going for the boot. Oh!
Attempt by Anti, but he's going to have to settle for elevator tour as a backup. Luckily, there are a few coins, though, for him to pick up.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
That was a little bit sketchy. He was right at the edge.
Yeah, that was close. Okay, and Biinny, amazing emergency exit.
I think Anti's jump from the first pole directly onto the second pole was just in case the cycle with the fire was going to hit him. But he, optimally what you'll do is you'll jump onto the ground and then side flip onto the pole.
That is true. Optimally, he would have just, you know, not messed up the boost, but
I guess that's fair.
It is a hard boost. Oh no! Is this
you really have to go ham for it to save time.
Oh no, the angle's not good either. Anti. It looks like those boulders were anti, if you know what I'm saying. The RNG was not good. Two boulders they definitely to the face.
They weren't working for him. You can definitely say that much. Biinny, 1 star left in HMC, but Anti, you know, pretty much just barely started here. We might see the BLJs give Biinny trouble again, but at this point, I think his lead is larger than it was in Game 1.
Yeah, Anti sort of digging himself a grave, grabbed the shovel, and is just going off. Wouldn't say we're 6 feet under, maybe about 3 feet under. Okay, Biinny pulling up against the wall, gonna go ahead and help to remove some dirt, put it back in the grave, fill it up. So maybe about 2.7 feet under as Biinny grabs Mips. Commentator continues to lose his mind. Nobody quite sure what exactly he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what these random measurements are.
Well, basically it's like if you're 6 feet under, you're dead, right?
Yes.
So Anti's not dead per se, but he's digging because he's been making these mistakes. So he's about 3 feet under. Not quite dead. Biinny continuing though. He's got the spade out and he is helping to pack the dirt back on. We're looking at like 1 foot under right now. Anti almost back on ground level as Biinny struggles to get.
Bro, this analogy has maybe gone on a little bit too long.
Co-commentator not able to grasp the analogy very well, so a little bit upset that they can't get in on the action, wants it to just pass by. Commentator gonna go ahead and tuck it away and shove the
save it for
6
later.
feet under analogy. We're gonna shove it 6 feet under, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, now they're 10,000 leagues under in Dire Docks.
That appears to be the case. Biinny having a very convincing lead turned into a little something nice, but we saw the fire mishap in Game 1. Does he have it together for Game 2? Is he gonna go for pole glitch again?
I think that Mario, like, at the bottom of his height in Didar docks is probably about like 50 feet under water. I don't think I've ever been that deep before. I wonder if the pressure would start affecting you.
Oh yeah. I don't know what they do, but they've got methods. The divers, as they go lower, they got to wiggle their jaw and whatnot. But Fire Sea on deck. Biinny is going for it again. This is looking better than last.
That's good. So he completely missed the cycle game 1, but he's on pace for a really fast early cycle this time.
Yeah, moving right along, wasting no time. Biinny
Long
on a
jump,
mission.
wall kick. No, triple jump. Interesting.
Okay.
Camera the other way for a little bit of lag reduction too. Cheeky.
Oh, an
anti-hole glitch attempt, but that's not working. Seeing the Fire Sea reversal this game, but definitely anti-needed to get this early cycle to make it competitive going into BLJs.
Yeah, and instead of making it competitive, anti getting hustled by the Goombas for his lunch money. I can't afford a bus back home. Biinny tossed Bowser away, and anti with the camera, but this is a very
oh no! Can he save it? Oh, he's gonna die.
Oh man!
Fall damage? Oh no, he burns down.
That's like the only thing he could have done. I think there's no way he's gonna make it back up.
He could have navigated backwards.
Yeah, he could have. That would have been very scary. But I mean, this is arguably just as bad, having to go right back down and do the cycle again as Biinny heads up.
Well, at least he doesn't have to wait for it.
Yeah. True.
Going through the middle now.
True.
All right, let's see what Biinny's got here. BLJ, 50-star door, race 2. It's like he's still struggling to get it going. This is the hard one. Second one's a little easier. You have basically infinite room to work with. See what Biinny's got.
Oh, gotta get the BLJs to move real faux.
It might be too much 70-star for Biinny, honestly. You don't do any BLJs in 70. Might not be used to it anymore.
Yeah, these... Oh, and just as we're saying that, Biinny defying all laws and getting it going, but a significant hit to his lead if Anti can get the BLJs going, and Biinny slips up here in Sky on the second BLJ.
Okay, that'll make it up. He's a whole set of BLJs ahead, which is, you know, pretty much 40 seconds. Biinny could just do an easygoing pole grab as well if he wanted to with his lead right now.
Yeah, it's definitely comfy enough. I mean, we're looking at like 3, 4, maybe even 5 Bowser throw misses. Oh, and Anti tossing it away. It looks like he had the speed. It didn't work out.
Moving left for Biinny. Oh no.
That is a huge fall.
It is, but Anti's still not through the 50-star door, so he's not going to be able to capitalize on a mistake like that. We might see Biinny just go for the pole, though, if he realizes how big the lead is.
This camera from Anti, not sure how much good that's going to do for him.
Moving left, slightly angled. Biinny's up. Wow, I can't believe he made it through with that camera. I've never seen that.
Yeah, that camera was definitely not doing him any good, but still manages to make it work. Very impressive. But it might be too little too late as Biinny already approaching the pipe, and we are not even in the sky yet for Anti. Oh, what? That's like a ground pound in there. Okay. All right, in the sky, Biinny up to bat with the throws. There's 1. 2 more to seal the deal and take the match point. Looking so good.
That might be slightly off. Yeah.
Is this the beginning of the end?
I don't know. It'd be pretty tough for Biinny to miss, you know, another 10 throws.
Yeah. And there it is, taking game 2, and that is another point, as well as a bonus point for taking the match home. But of course, we will still have a game 3 and an opportunity for Anti to clap back, show us what he's really made of.
Yeah, hopefully Anti can take a game here off of Biinny and would probably really help him in the league standings.
And Biinny already readying up. Anti still working through. Look at these throws, man. They're spicy.
I guess I can view these standings right now to see where everyone's at in the Star League. It looks like Biinny was sitting at second seed and Anti was sitting at fourth seed. So this was actually a big match for the 16-star league. Anti's definitely still in it. I would fully expect him to get at least 8th place in the league, so we'd see him make it into bracket to decide who goes to, I think, Smash and Splash to do the final. Oh wait, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Don't say. I didn't say anything.
Commentator, perhaps being a big daddy, might be a mommy. Nobody really. Commentator is also included in the confusion. Not really sure what's going on here, but I am sure that game 3 is on its way, and Anti hungry for a W, but can he do it? I mean, game 1 he was completely poised, had the positioning, had it in the bag, just to fall in sky. Game 2 was pretty clear cut for Biinny.
It was the basement that really killed the Anti in race 2. I think though the start looked a little bit better for Anti, didn't die in Dark World. Might be seeing, all the pieces of the puzzle finally coming together though for game 3.
Yeah, trying to build a big 3,000 piece puzzle. It is not an easy task, I will tell you. It's quite difficult. But with enough dedication, passion, persistence, and thirst, you can make it happen. But game 3 underway. There is no stopping this train. Something is going to happen. The LBLJs have actually been kind of dicey on both ends.
Yeah, a little bit.
So it is hard to say who is actually going to be bringing the sauce. But both of them, refined chefs, have been in the industry for years. They've been around every sauce you could imagine. And Lakitu skip happening. The brews are coming in by the ton. What's chat thinking? Anti or Biinny?
Ooh, ground pound. Anti with a pound. Not the best start, but Biinny also didn't get his long jump either. He got a single, and Anti not getting his speed built up. Gonna have to do the BLJ a second time, but he's in. I guess the margin's about 5 seconds at this point, which is not too bad.
Yeah, Anti did have that boost in the intro.
Can Anti get the Dark World he's been looking for, though? We haven't seen the Shig cycle come out once.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, actually, because Anti, definitely a top player at this point, has been working hard, cutting those times down, and Shigeru's cycle, for the most part, is not anything too crazy, but a misread. I feel like he's still got enough time.
He has enough time to spare, I think. Yeah, that makes Shig cycle maybe actually not quite.
Risk it. I think
that's a fast normal cycle, though.
Yeah. So both of them making it through.
No double firsties for Biinny. Anti could actually make up some time here if his game wasn't frozen.
Oh no! Anti taking a good look at the star, but that is going to waste him some time as Biinny moves on to Bowser. Everybody
he paused his timer, though, so I don't think he's actually losing any time right now.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, if you pause your timer, you're not losing time.
What if you're moving while you have your timer paused?
I don't know. I guess no one's tried it yet. Okay, Anti just deciding to splice in Biinny's run. I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm pretty sure that we've already caught him because we see Biinny's split layout on the side.
Yeah, not doing a very good job at concealing it, and now we've got twice the Biinny, which I'm not going to complain too much about. You know, Biinny already a very gorgeous man, very nice and friendly. But two, it's just a lot of muscle. It's a little bit intimidating.
Let me see your poverty brews if you don't have the Biinny sub in chat right now. Definitely repping Biinny on this stream.
Co-commentator with the very strong bias and
I mean, he's the only one on screen right now, so.
Co-commentator trying to explain his bias, but not able to sell a commentator on that. Might have to try again. Might need a different pitch.
Anti already in Fire Sea, he's turned into a coin somehow. I'm not really sure how he did it, but he's looking a little blurry.
Yeah, a little bit blurry. Biinny, though, no cannon list for this man quite yet. We're going to go to Wild Blue. And Anti saying that his internet has died, but somehow typing in the chat with a dead internet, might be using his phone. Not exactly sure. It's a big Monka Giga.
I'm sure he's typing in between stars too. SM64, you get about 15 seconds between each one.
And here's the canalist that Biinny wanted.
Very nice. And that's Womp's done. We'll be heading to basement. Gonna see his trademark pillarless strat again. Probably gonna go 3 for 3. Biinny just looks so clean at it.
Yeah, not faltering in the basement department has been... I mean, honestly, everything besides the BLJs, he's been looking so strong. Fire Sea did take him for a ride in Game 1, but he's clean, man. You can't get the dirt on this guy. He scrubs everything. He's getting under his nails, it's behind his ears, everything. But Anti continuing to sit there, not moving around a whole lot, completely frozen as the brews continue to pour in. No pun intended.
There's Biinny. A good start to his pillarless. This is looking very spicy.
Boom.
Easy money.
Easy money.
I wonder how often he actually drops pillarless. It's gotta be pretty rare. Yeah, I don't think I've witnessed a Biinny dropped pillarless, at least in the GSA races. He's just got the formula, the Krabby Patty formula, if you will. We all want to pay. We all want a piece of it. We want to read it, learn what's going on, but we might not be ready for what's in it. I don't know. I think it sounds like a bunch of hoopla to me.
Hoopla. 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 And it appears that Anti's stream is back. And, you know, very apologetic for the stream. Apparently somebody restarted the router. Rest in peace. But our man is back in action. Paused. Hold on. Not making moves. And typing, I can take the L if we don't have time. Might just be lying down. He is in course 2. Hasn't even started Womps yet. Might have been a little bit too stressed about the internet, getting it back up and getting the stream going. Not able to get the Mario moving. And I think we might just...
Might just give the dub to Biinny. Yeah. You hate to see it happen. When IRL stuff, you know, gets in the way of your race, cuts your focus. It's never any good. Oh, Biinny offering the race restart, actually, for Anti. Very sportsmanlike.
I don't know if we can restart though. We do have a race in 10 minutes. So
If they just get a 10-minute time, though.
okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, if they just get a 10-minute time, then it'd be fine. We'd be on time.
That's what my dad always told me.
If you just get a 10-minute time and 16 star, we'll be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think most dads tell their kids that growing up.
And I'm getting word from the back room that we actually do not have a race coming up because it has been canceled and it is being rescheduled. So this is the last match of the day, I do believe. So, Biinny, the sportsman and oh God, you can't hate on the guy. He comes out, does a great job, so nice, so sportsmanlike. The manners on point, everything. It's just the whole package.
I've never actually seen that halfway into a race and the other guy gets IRL'd and the second guy just says, "Hey, why don't we restart?" I haven't seen that yet. Biinny definitely winning sportsmanship award this week. Fan favorite Biinny.
Good guy Biinny.
It's me, Mario.
Here we go though. Game 4.
Okie dokie.
See what Antai's got. The beginning has been giving him a lot of issues lately. Hopefully he can start off on the right foot here.
Yeah, this is for all the marbles. No going back. The internet is up. Antai versus Western Digital. Biinny. Biinny up 2-0. Will he take a clean 3-0 sweep after a sportsman-like restart of the match?
I don't know. It might be hard to beat Biinny. You know, he's got Western Digital behind him. He has all that hard drive space, all that saved Mario knowledge to pull from.
Wait, hold on. We're getting mixed signals here. Maybe the next race was not actually canceled.
Well.
So we've got, so they're doing the BLJ back behind the wall, Antai all the way in the back, and Biinny as well. A little bit of confusion coming out.
Commentators trying to, fit their narrative by pretending like the next race was canceled. But I guess it's still on.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Biinny is in Europe though. It's gotta be really late at night.
Well, we will just have to see. Maybe the next match could still go on if Biinny and making it going. It might be on the restreamers side. Might not be able to make it for the last match. Not exactly sure. But what I am sure of is that we've got a race here in Game 3. Antai a little bit ahead in Dark World.
Well, the nice thing about Ouija and Biinny is, if they were running low on time before their set, maybe if Biinny's sleepy, he has enough time to go take a shower or get something to eat, He can get a little bit more prepared with this. Antai with the lead out of Dark World, though, for Game 4. See what he's got in Womps. The last time he had the lead out of Dark World, Womps really got him. He can hold on to it. Grasp the straw.
Grasping straws, indeed, it can be dangerous. They can be a little bit sharp. Sometimes plastic, if it's broken in the wrong way, not
dangerous
as bad
for the
as
environment.
That too. Make sure to get your reusable straws. And oh no, the commentator stock is going down.
Darn it!
Everybody's panicking.
I might be able to save a little bit of face by saying that Simply Said the next match would be rescheduled, but I think that we're a team here, so we go down together.
Oh, okay, and I've got the clarification. The what's going on here. There was just a little bit of miscommunication, but yeah, yes, the next race will not be happening. The restreamer does have to head out after this race.
Wait, so it's
And
not
so-
happening?
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, so in the past 5 minutes, we've gone from this match is canceled to this match is still on to this match is no, actually canceled though. So good night, Guy Night. Have a good night. Ouija, good luck on attempt. So though, keeping a solid 4 or 5 second lead over Biinny here going into basement. See if you can keep it together.
Now heading into the basement. Anti might just bring it home in this. Okay, Biinny taking his time to get down to the basement door. You know, this is. It's like, okay, Biinny could have just been like, you know what, give me the win. Okay, we're not gonna play around.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, no, we're gonna restart it. And now Anti's got the lead in the basement. Biinny can totally bring it back. It's very close, but an interesting turn of events. Anti back in the house.
Okay,
No
Anti
grab on the
getting
bomb.
chased by the bomb. And
no.
fence grab, you usually don't see that. You only see it when players are going for like the best possible angle there towards the pyramid. Anti trying to be a little bit too aggressive. I'm saying.
Here we go. Round 2 has been struggling with this bomb. Okay. Got it. Nice single jump. So crisp. Oh, it's like a potato chip. So tasty. Well, it depends on the potato chip, but I'm thinking like a Doritos. Those are some good chips.
Wait, you wouldn't really call the Dorito a potato chip, right? It'd be a tortilla chip. Right?
I don't know. Might need to reference the chat for this one. I'm
Like,
not.
aren't Doritos made out of corn, not potato? Corn and wheat.
Yeah, I guess. Oh no, Biinny, or sorry, Anti underneath the star, and now only seconds apart as we ponder on whether or not it's a tortilla chip or a potato chip. But I do trust you. I do believe that it would actually be a tortilla chip. However, some backup from the chat would be nice in this time of need. As we head into Lethal Lava Land, lethal indeed it has been. Sooties have been burned, some cartilages have been melted away, but we're all tuned up. We've gone to the Mario shop and gotten everything realigned, fixed up. Then with some nice reds, Anti with some nice big old bully strats.
All right, 3 more stars to go for each player here in Lethal Lava Land. Anti had a little bit of trouble in the volcano earlier. Hopefully he can clean up that issue. Appears to be going for the side hop first, though. Fluid movement through the triple jump wall kick, and it's good.
Yeah, staying neck and neck, will not let the lead go. Anti's got a tight grip. Oh, okay.
Anti with a little bit of a butt burn there to slow him down, but that was fine. All things considered, not much time off.
Yeah, but Biinny appears to have swipe from our man.
That's true, though. Anti does rep the lava boost, so we might see him close that gap if he executes it properly. Fully expect Biinny to do the elevator tour star here. Look at Anti is actually going for the tour star as well. So Biinny probably gonna be holding on to that 1.5 second lead out of here. Not the best side flip from Anti either.
Yeah, Biinny as building it up as we head to Hazy Maze Cave. 4 more stars. And then it's up to the bunny. The Hazy Maze Caves have been pretty good. Nothing insane has really happened. No deaths, no huge Mario meltdowns. So I don't imagine we'll be seeing any huge lead shift here. But Mips, though, game 2 gave Biinny a lot of trouble. And Anti's been looking very good on these clips. So this might be approaching another lead swap as we go over to Mips.
Yeah, Biinny's been looking a little bit better in the stages, but the 16-star specific things have been giving him more trouble. I think that's simply because he's been doing more 70-star, and Anti has more practice than 16-star right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a lot to keep up with right now, especially if you're involved in both the 16 and the 70-star league. You got to stay fresh on many different things. It's a pretty radical shift back and forth. The pacing, the tricks. But Biinny, I mean, he's doing a good job being adaptable. As we wrap it up here in Hazy Maze Cave, Anti's got an amazing emergency exit. And wow.
It looks like Anti actually swiped the lead. No, I guess not quite.
He did
pretty much
catch up though. Picked up a little bit of time, but here we go. It is time for Mips. How is it gonna go down for these two? Anti with some spicy movement.
Yeah, and he's also got the Japanese Mip speed here, so he'll be saving time. And I think the text box is more generous as well.
All right, lining it up so quick. Oh, but that's not a grab.
Too quick.
Go back through the door.
Yeah, not quite taking his time there. Biinny line up the Gochi wall kick and he's through. This is a pretty big time lead for Biinny now. It appears to be at least second. But Anti lined up his Gochi wall kick seemingly a little bit faster.
All right, and we're swimming. We are swimming. But this ain't no Finding Nemo. This ain't no Finding Dory. This is Mario 64 16-star action. Live GSA. Game 3. Will Biinny take the sweep? He's got a small lead now. Fire Sea has brought to him some trouble, and BLJs have brought him a lot of damage. But Anti, on the flip side, has gotten his BLJs. The Fire Seas have been relatively close, but the Bowser in the Sky has been pretty rough. So it's hard to say. We're just gonna have to see how it unfolds.
Biinny probably be going for pole glitch again here. He is 50% so far in these races. Oh, that'll do it. Let's see what Anti's got. Will he be gunning for it? No, it appears he's just going to skip it.
Yeah, oh wow, grabbing that pole really low.
Yeah, that was a low grab. He still has enough time to make it though with a ledge grab. I don't think he's doing the triple jump dive up to the platform though.
Oh, Biinny with a strange angle. Little uncomfortable.
Oh, no, too much dust from Anti. I don't think he's making it any. Yeah, that's it.
Oh no. Yeah, that
helps Biinny a lot.
Yeah, what is happening?
He dusted way too hard.
The one-up has come to say hello, giving Anti some life. But it might be too late. Biinny winding it up, and that is a nice toss. You know, Biinny might just go Super Saiyan and get insta BLJ here on Game 3. No dilly-dallying. It's what he really needs. Anti breathing down his neck. And his breath does not smell that good. Been eating some garlic. Commentator assuming that Anti's breath smells bad. Might be self-conscious about his own breath and projecting. Might need to brush his teeth.
When was the last time he brushed?
this morning.
That's not too bad. Brush, you know, in the morning before you go to bed. Probably fine.
Yeah, I think
Unless you eat
yeah.
like a bunch of garlic.
Onions. I'm just eating a loaf of garlic right now. It's delicious.
Keeps the vampires away.
That's what my dad always said. But here we go.
Oh,
That
that's
is
a-
enough speed.
Pretty good attempt from Biinny, but he's in the corner. So you need more speed to clip the corner of the
There it
door,
is.
but Biinny's still good.
All right, pretty quick first BLJ from Biinny. Anti's got quite a act to follow.
You know,
there it
that was
is.
a perfect BLJ, and we haven't seen the cleanest guys from Biinny either, to be honest. I think he's fallen down 2 out of 2 times, or failed the triple jump wall kick 2 out of 2 times.
Okay, Anti always has to do his ritual here. A couple side flips, a couple jumps, but it does work out right into the
Wow,
hole and
right
only
in towards
seconds
him.
behind.
Yeah, this is one throw would put Anti in the lead, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
As
One
long
throw.
as they go par in guy.
One missed triple jump wall kick, although I think the triple jump wall kicks have been a little bit dicier on Anti's side.
They have. Moving
Oh.
left side for Biinny, slightly angled, I guess. Oh, he's
And
up,
he's up.
though. Looks like Anti has struggled a little bit too in Sky so far. Moving right side attempt. Let's see what he's got. No, right. A non-moving right,
Whoa.
backup. Honestly, stationary right is harder than moving opinion.
Definitely. And now this is a pretty uncomfortable situation. Biinny probably 2 throws missed under his belt.
Yeah, I think he can miss twice. Anti's gonna have to juke out Skoomba a little bit. And I think that's gonna do it for Biinny. Finishing it off with a very low, which is a fairly respectable time, 16 star. Doing it in a race too. Very nice time. Very good set. Very sportsmanlike too. Replaying the last game of the set. Biinny just a little bit too strong in this set.
Yeah, I mean, it really was the BLJs. Like, outside of the BLJs, Biinny was playing very well. And even going back, doing the restart in Game 3, being very sportsmanlike, and still taking the 3-0. That is a couple of points in his back pocket, 4 to be specific. That's definitely going to help him out in the grand scheme of the league.
Yeah.
GG's. Yeah, 1605, nothing to laugh at. Definitely very scary. We saw a wide range of times from a low 16 to, I think, what he got, was it 2 17s or was one of them an 8?
From Biinny?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were 217. I'm not quite sure though.
All right. Well, I think that about concludes it for today. A bunch of what faces coming out. Perhaps the audio is somehow people getting deafened. And we will see if we're doing an interview. Just waiting. Hear back from the people involved. And we are going to be doing an interview. Get into the minds of these runners. Get their take on the story. Hello.
What up, Biinny? Congrats on the 3-0 win. How you feeling about that set that you just played?
Can't hear you guys. Give me a sec, yeah.
All right.
Hang on a minute. We're almost there. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
What up?
Hello there. Hi.
So I was gonna ask you, 3-0 win over Anti. How are you feeling about the whole set in general? Any thoughts?
Yeah, it went well. Second race wasn't ideal, to say the least, but yeah, I never get through a 3 clean LBLJs. It's impossible for me. That I actually think it's impossible. And I nearly got carpal tunnel again from BLJs on the first 2 races, but yeah, other than that, I played all right overall. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. GG's, Auntie.
GG.
How did you get on?
Well, first of all, I'm really sorry about my internet in the third race and having to restart. The first 2 races, I played really poorly in the start. I was way too nervous. That's a trend from being these races. I start off really nervous and I make huge mistakes. So, yeah, that could have been a bit better. But this last race was fine, I guess. I got a mid-16. I wasn't feeling so nervous.
Oh, nice.
But...
yeah, that's kind of like me in 70 star. That actually feel the same way. Like whenever I start a race in 70, that up until like maybe SSL, I'm nervous. Once I'm out of SSL, the nerves just like drop off. But that's a big it's an important part for me before like SSL and.
The start of 16 is just so terrifying to me. Like LVLJ and Dark World.
Right. Yeah. It's the LPLG for me because I've not really been practicing it, so I could easily fail it maybe a few times. I did. I did fail it twice, I think. So. Yeah,
16 star is kind of weird. It's like in most runs, the start is kind of easy going, but then as you get into basement, it gets kind of sweaty and scary. But in 16 star, I feel like basement is probably like the least scary part of the run.
Right, it is because you got Fire C, you got Pole Glitch, you got the BLGs, you got LBLJ. It's all start and end, isn't it? You know, the mid section's not too bad, but it depends how comfortable you are with pillars, I suppose.
Yeah, we didn't see you fail it a single time, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I've really been building my consistency on that strat. I know everyone's moved on to Tama now, but I don't know, I value consistency a lot. I want to be really comfortable at it before I move on, just for races, just so I've got something else to fall back on.
Races, yeah, that's a big deal.
So I think it'll make me better in the long run, you know, just for having backups and whatnot. That Dark World scared me though on one of these races. Was it this last one where I failed Shigiri cycle? I did a jump dive and then I got like reg cycle.
I feel like it was this last one.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. That scared me. You know, like that movement to the cheese first and then to the island.
Yeah.
But I got it done anyway. I survived somehow. So anyway, GG's. Thanks for the race.
Yeah. Any thoughts from you?
What's that?
Oh,
Simply here.
He's here.
Oh, what's going on?
Hello.
It's quiet today. Quiet.
Sometimes I like to let the people go at it.
Okay.
The interview.
Fair enough.
And, I don't have anything. It was a great race. A lot of back and forth. It really showed the nature of 16 star and how no matter what, even if you're playing really good, you can kind of get bopped by the things like MIPS clip.
Yes.
You know, the 16 star exclusives, BLJs and such. So a lot of
that's
fun.
What makes it exciting, though. I think the BLJs at the end particularly makes it exciting because it's anyone's game, really. You know,
you never know.
Especially if you're playing like somewhat close together, even if it's remotely close, it can always just swing in the opposite direction at the end. So it's exciting stuff. I enjoyed it.
Exactly. So a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for coming by and playing. And shout outs to the sportsmanship from Biinny for going for the restart there in Game 3. Still bringing it home. Congratulations once again. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you, Piner, for the restream. Thank you, Pitt, for the stellar co-commentary. As always, it's a lot of fun in the booth with you, man. And have a good night, everybody. We will be back tomorrow.
Yep. See you guys.